Good morning. It is another day on prep. We're currently 7.5 weeks out of my very first bikini competition. I've just woken up, I've put on my clothes, I've just put up my hair, brushed my teeth, and now the first thing I'm gonna do is gonna go do cardio. So I'm just right here making my little morning concoction. So every single morning during cardio, I actually have 15 grams of glutamine on an empty stomach, so I don't have breakfast until after my cardio, and I do this every single time. And I mix my 15 grams of glutamine in 750 milliliters of water. So the good thing is that before I have any food in my stomach, I already have almost a liter of water in my belly, which is always good for dehydration, because I notice when I wake up, I'm usually hungry, but when I drink, it goes away, so I'm actually not hungry, I'm just super dehydrated. And then this glutamine is unflavored, so I'm actually gonna add the Women's Best Amino and Energy, and this is in the flavor Fruit Fusion. This is my absolute favorite flavor. If you wanna have Amino and Energy from Women's Best, take the Fruit Fusion, it's the best thing ever. I've tried many of them, and this is my favorite. I don't put in a full scoop because this is purely for taste that I added to my glutamine. I do about half a scoop. There we go. And this is just going to make it much more delicious, because these unflavored things, although they say that they're not flavored, they are flavored with this very neutral, weird taste, and I do not like it. I cannot drink it. So I just mix it with some Amino and Energy, and then it's actually delicious. Alright, so my cardio is currently up to 45 minutes every single morning, and then in addition on my upper body day, so that's 2 times a week, I do 20 minutes of Stairmaster after my workout. Cardio is done. I finished my 45 minutes and it went quite well. I actually did my incline and my speed a little bit faster than usual because I'm trying to learn to do a bit heavier, because my heart rate is supposed to be 120, and I find it really hard to get my heart rate to 120 on an incline walk. So that went great. Now I'm really hungry. I just made my breakfast, which is 50 grams of oats with mixed with water, frozen raspberries, and 15 grams of almond butter on top. And I actually made it with a bit less water than usual, so it's a lot thicker, so it's a much nicer consistency, but it's a little less volume. I'm always torn between the two. And then I added the this whey. It's a performance isolate whey from Trained by JP into the flavored chocolate caramel. It's the very first time that I'm trying it in my oats. I just got it yesterday and I'm super excited to see if it's any good. I usually have the Biotech USA chocolate whey, so now I'm having chocolate caramel performance isolate by Trained by JP. Okay, we need to talk, and I want this to be the main topic of this video, because as an online coach, it is a comment that I've gotten so many times and people do not seem to get it. Both clients don't seem to get it, and people just around me who are trying to understand the way that I'm living and the way that I'm eating don't seem to understand it either. So we're gonna tackle this topic. But first, I'll just make myself a big mug of coffee. I got this huge mug, like, look. It's huge, it's amazing. So I just made my big mug of coffee, and I got this in last week. This is huge Hydro Jack from Alphalete. They just released it like a month ago, I think. And it's 2.3 liters of water, and I drink 2 of these a day. It's really funny. Like, people are like, well, like you seem thirsty today. Do you drink a full one? Like, do you drink all of that in a day? And I'm like, I drink 2. So I drink about 5 to 6 liters of water a day. So I have that. And then I also had the 750 milliliter jug that you saw this morning in the morning. And then in the evening, I have another half a liter that does not come from that. So and then I have my coffee, I have my tea. There's a lot of liquid that I drink throughout the day. But the Hydro Jack really helps me to keep track of how much I'm actually drinking, because especially on weekends, I'm having a hard time to get my 5 liters in. And then during the week when I'm working, it's actually really easy. So just wanted to show you that. Now, back to my topic, and that is what foods can I eat and what can I not eat. So a lot of clients, when they come to me, and especially girls, they expect me to give them a list of foods that they can eat and foods that they cannot eat, because they think that these foods will make me gain weight and these foods will make me lose weight. And it doesn't work like that. It's not because you had a piece of chocolate that now you're gonna you're gonna gain weight. And it's not because you had strawberries with Greek yogurt that you're gonna lose weight. It simply doesn't work like that, because you can completely overeat on healthy foods as well. Take nuts, for example. Nuts are so healthy. Avocado, so healthy, but it has a load of calories. So it's not because it's healthy that you can just eat however much of it you want. The only thing that I do not restrict for my clients, that I say you can choose what and you can choose how many, is veggies. So when I make up a plan for my clients, I make sure that they have alternatives. Obviously, for every single meal, they have alternatives. I ask them what foods they love, what foods they don't like. So their plan is made specifically to them, such that they can eat what they like to eat and what suits them, what they have time for to make as well. And the only thing is veggies. I just say however much you want, and whichever veggies you want, they can choose with that. But other than veggies, it's really important that if I say for dinner, for example, I give a whole list of carbs. You can have pasta, you can have rice, you can have potatoes, you can have fries that you put in the oven, you can have a wrap. Like, I put all these different alternatives, and for each alternative I indicate how much you can eat from that. And it's really important that you eat the amount that I specify. It's not because I add pasta to the list that you can just have however much pasta you want. It doesn't work like that. And that's a comment that I get for myself a lot as well, because I'm currently on prep, as you obviously know, so I cannot eat anything off plan. Like, I have to follow my plan religiously every single day, and for lunch I have pasta, I have minced meat and veggies. And there was this comment that, oh, but I'm eating a bowl of pasta now with tomato sauce, like whatever. And they were like, you know, this is pasta. This minced meat in the sauce, there's veggies in the sauce, you can have this, right? Because it's the same food types that you're eating. No, because it's not the amount of pasta that's on my plan, it's not the amount of minced meat, the sauce is not on my plan, there's probably a lot of added fats like oils used and everything that's not in my plan. You know, it's really hard for people to get them. For example, people think that I can eat a poke bowl because it's rice, it's veggies, there's a protein source. It's basically what you eat. You can have that, right? Or a soup. Soup is healthy. It doesn't have a lot of calories. You can have that, right? Like, the soup will make a difference. No, I cannot, because it's not on my plan. You know, it's really hard for people to understand that if you have a meal plan, you need to eat the amounts that are on your meal plan. It's not a list of foods that you're allowed to eat and you cannot eat any other food. It doesn't work like that. It's about the total daily calories. Because if I eat those foods with those amounts, I have a certain total daily calories, and in my situation, this now puts me in a deficit and will make me lose weight. For somebody who's building, it could put them in a surplus and make them build muscle if they are in a bulking phase, for example, or it could be maintenance and they do not neither lose or gain weight. So whatever plan you are on, it has a specific purpose and it puts you in a specific amount of calories. If you're gonna just think, oh, that's on my plan, so I can just eat that whenever the heck I want, however much I want, you're not going to see any results, because you're not eating the amount of calories that you should be eating. In the end, it is not really about what foods that you're eating. In terms of calories, it's not the type of food that you're eating, it's the amount of food. In terms of how you feel, how hungry you are, how your skin is looking, absolutely. Which foods you're eating is very important. But in terms of weight loss and the calorie deficit or surplus that you are in, it's purely about the amount of food, the calories that are in it, the daily calories consumed, and not which foods they are coming from. Because, for example, say 1,800 calories puts you in a calorie deficit, which will make you lose weight. You can either spend your whole day eating pancakes, eating burgers, eating pizza. You will not be able to eat a lot of those things to get to 1,800 calories. So you will not be eating a lot of food, but you will still have 1,800 calories. If on another day you get those 1,800 calories purely from healthy foods, you have oats for breakfast, you have rice for lunch, you have protein yogurt, you have fruits, you have veggies, you get those calories from healthy food, you will be able to eat actually a lot. Like 1,800 calories purely from clean foods is still quite a lot of food. So you will be a lot less hungry than if you went with the unhealthy route, but At the end of the day, it's the same amount of calories, and it will put you in a deficit either way. No matter if you eat the healthy food or the unhealthy food, it's about the amount and the calories that it totals to. It's just something that I really wanted to press on, especially if you want to be coached, be coachable. Really understand that if I give you a plan with a certain amount, you can now go and say, oh, but that food is on my plan, so I can just eat it whenever I want, however much I want. It does not work like that. Your plan is not going to work like that, and at that point, it's no longer up to me, it's up to you. Because the only thing I can do is explain to you how your meal plan works, what it looks like. I can only explain to you why you eat this amount of calories, and if you go over it, what will happen? Or if you go under it. Never go under the amount of calories that I give you either, because, and that's all, people are afraid to eat. And people can actually eat a lot more than they think they can eat. So if I put you at 1,800 calories and you're like, no, that's too much, I can only eat 1,400. First of all, then why do you come to a coach if you think you know it better anyway? Please do not do that. Just trust the expertise of the coach. Otherwise, you should have never gone to a coach to start with. But if you say, she's put me on 1,800 calories, that's too much, I'm just gonna leave this out. And you are consuming, without me knowing, 1,600 calories daily. And your progress is stalling, I'm gonna drop you to lose more weight to 1,700 calories. And that's not gonna make any difference because you're already eating less than that without me knowing. So I cannot make progress on you if you're not following my plan, because I will be adapting my plan and it will make no difference because you're not following it anyway. So, okay, but I'm getting off track here. I'm now talking about how to be coachable, but what I just want to say is food is not the enemy. There is not one type of food that I can eat and a type of food that I cannot eat. There is not one type of food that will make you lose weight and one food that will make you gain weight. I will never give you a list of foods that you can and cannot eat, because it simply doesn't work. Just changed to my workout clothes. We are wearing full athletes today, actually. This is the crew neck in a size extra small, and it's super baggy, look. So I actually went with a smaller size than usual. Underneath, I have this, it's hard to show you, this massive oversized t-shirt, and this is actually my boyfriend's. So this is a size large. Yeah, so he actually got it for himself, but he doesn't really like to wear it because it's very thick cotton and it's too thick. And I tried it on and I just completely, as you can see all around, I completely tuck it in my sports bra, and it's just massive, but it's actually fine. I like to wear it. And then I'm wearing the Amplify in Misty Lilac. I love the Amplify leggings and I love this color. Now we're gonna make pre-workout cream of rice. We are starting this leg day off with a seated hamstring curl, and as you can see, I'm trying to do them as controlled as I can. I do about 8 reps for 4 sets, and then after the 4th set I do a drop set where I lower the weight and do as many reps as I can. I don't wanna waste what's left. Next is the leg extension machine, and here I'm starting off with 15 reps, and then I go on to do 12 reps, and then the 3rd set is 10 reps. And then after this last set, I actually do a single leg extension, and I do on each side about 15 reps to finish this off. Till my shadow turns to sun rays, and on. We are moving on to my favorite superset, and that is supersetting dumbbell RDLs with a dumbbell sumo squat. So I'm first doing 8 reps with heavy dumbbells, doing an RDL, really focused, and then I move on to doing with the same weight a dumbbell sumo squat for 12 reps. And with this dumbbell sumo squat, I'm trying to go up slowly. And also, it was only when I saw myself doing this that I could see that the Misty Lilac is actually not 100% squat proof. Finding life along the way, melodies we haven't played. No, I don't want no rest. Now the next exercise is one that I've only recently started doing, and I absolutely love it, and that is cable step-ups. You can see here how I'm doing it, and you can see that my toe is only slightly touching the ground, and then I'm already up, so I'm not putting any pressure on that back foot, only on the foot that is on the bench, and the burn in the glutes is insane. You need to try this. finish off the workout, I love doing cable abductions. I do 4 sets of 15 reps on each side, and this one absolutely burns off my glutes, and it's an awesome exercise to finish off your leg day. Back from my training. It was a very good leg day, and afterwards I did another 20 minutes of Stairmaster, which I have to do twice a week. So I just decided to do it today to get it out of the way. It was the second time I've done it this week. I've already had my lunch. I completely forgot to film it. I had pasta with minced meat and then veggies and olive oil. Now I'm drinking a Pepsi Max, and I'm actually doing a new client setup. I'm making a new program for a client that's just starting. Now this client has already been with me in the past and then took a break and is now restarting again, which makes it a little bit easier to set up a new program. But recently I've completely changed how I give the plans to my clients. So I just wanted to show you how I do that. So every client gets their own Excel spreadsheet in Google Docs, which makes it so much easier for them and for me, because I can in real time edit things and they can in real time do their tracking, do their weekly questionnaire, and you don't have to actually send documents to one another. Like, it's all just online, and when they let me know they've done the check-in, I can just click everything open. So they have their own map with their name on Google Drive, and in that map they upload their check-in pictures, so they don't have to send me through email a bunch of pictures and everything, which just makes the process a whole lot easier. And then as you can see here on the bottom, everything is basically in this document. So there's just this welcome tab, and then there's the client dashboard. In this client dashboard, there's basically the main details of the client. So the name, their start date, the gender, their goal, their weight, which day they're checking in. And then here is their nutrition. So it starts with week 1. And then obviously, if you're at week 6, for example, here it will state week 6. And it's just a simple overview of the amount of calories that they're eating, the amount of protein, fat, carbs, calories, and then the water that they should drink every day. And then here we have our expenditure goals for week 1. So the amount of cardio I want them to do, if they have a step goal, and how many times a week they are weightlifting. So this is just a simple overview. Then we have tracking. So this is now in Dutch because this is for a Dutch client that I'm setting it up, but I have the exact same thing in English as well. So here basically daily, they fill in the date, their weight of that day, whether they follow the meal plan and whether they follow the training plan, and any notes. For example, if they didn't follow the meal plan, why not? What was different? Some clients prefer to only weigh themselves once a week, and that's totally fine. Then they just skip the weight and only fill that in once a week. That's obviously up to the client. Then here is the nutrition tab. So this is now filled in for a client. On top, you can see the amount of protein, carbs, fat, and calories that I want them to eat. And then in here, you have, obviously this is in Dutch, you know, like I'm obviously doing this in English if it's an English client, and I'm doing it in Dutch if it's a Dutch client, just to make it easier for them. So here you see all of your food and your total, your daily total. So we have breakfast, snack, lunch, snack, dinner, and then the daily total. And what is fun about this, basically for breakfast, this client has 2 options. So I gave him 2 options. So there's option 1, and then they can choose option 2, and then it just changes to option 2. And then same thing, for example, for lunch, they have different carb options. So here I gave this client 2 carb options. For meat, I gave them 2 meat options. But then for dinner, I wanted my client to have a bit more options so they can have more variety. So these are all different options. And when you click, the amount basically changes to depending on what you want. So whatever you pick, the amount that you can eat from it changes. And then the same with meat. And obviously how many variety there is depends on the client, how much variety they want. I have clients that have like 10 different meat options with fish included. It all just depends on how much variety they personally want. So that's a very easy way to see your nutrition and to change if you want some variety. And then here is training week 1, and then every single week it just gets a different tab. So this is the training overview. The day, what they are training, day 1, day 2, day 3, and then there is the exercise, the amount of sets, the amount of reps, rest time. And in this, they can fill in the weight that they've used per exercise, which is a lot easier for me to track how well they are doing in the training. And then there's a video link for every single exercise and some notes. Again, this is all in Dutch, but I do it in English for English clients. And then lastly, we have the weekly questionnaire, and I want them to fill this in and update this every single week when they do the check-in. So it goes over how much water they've drunk, what their stress levels were, how many hours of sleep they got, how hungry they are, if they want to see anything changed in the plans, there's any food that they don't want to eat anymore, there's something in the training plan that they want to switch out, just a bunch of questions. So that is what we basically changed to. In terms of giving clients their plan, I used to just give them one Excel for their training and then one PDF for their meal plan, but I found it very difficult to give them a lot of variety in their foods in just a PDF. So this just makes it so much easier. You do not have to download any documents through email, send them through email. It can all be simply done online. So I hope you found that interesting. I still have some coaching spots left. So if you have some goals to reach, you want to build muscle, you want to lose fat, whatever your goal is, just send me a DM. You can send me a DM on Instagram. You can send me a DM on TikTok, or you can go to my website, because I actually have a website, liftixcoaching.com. I'll link it down below as well. And there you can easily sign up as well, and you can fill in the Google form, and I will directly contact you with more information. Pricing and everything is on the website as well. I don't want to hide pricing. I think that's stupid. I just want to be as transparent as possible. So everything is on the website. Definitely check that out if you want to reach your goals for summer. It's time for my next meal. It's 5:30 and I am having my oats and eggs. In my last vlog, you saw me putting this into one big pancake, and honestly, I'm just doing every day whatever I feel like. Sometimes I put it all together into one pancake, and sometimes I split it up and I just eat my eggs and my oats separately. So this is 40 grams of oats with 5 grams of cacao, cinnamon, and 25 grams of sugar-free jam. And then I'm having 200 gram egg whites with 1 full egg. So the thing is, when I do it in a pancake, I like the fact that it's a pancake. Like, it's really nice to have a pancake on prep, but it is a lot less food. So if I'm really struggling with wanting to eat more, I just do it separately, and it just feels like there's a lot more food because I'm splitting it up. So I'm gonna enjoy this now, and then I am going to do my stretching. I stretch every single day because my recovery is really bad. I'm really sore all the time, so I need to do my daily stretches. I've done my stretches, I've had my food, and now I'm actually going to prep my hair to wash it because it is hair wash day. Now, I'm trying to grow my hair, so I'm on this big hair growth journey. I'm trying to get it all thick and healthy because I actually dyed it very blonde a year and a half ago, and then I did it another 1.5 years later, and my hair ever since, it's now still growing out, but ever since my hair has just been very thin, very dry. So I'm trying to grow it back as good as I can. So I'm using this. Yeah. So it's the New Co, it's called. And it's basically this oil that you put in your hair before you wash it. So you're supposed to separate it throughout your hair and then leave for about 20 minutes to half an hour. I usually leave it about half an hour, and then I wash it. So I'm trying to do this twice a week now. It's a scalp serum for hair. It's now quite a lot later. I have washed my hair. It's almost dry by now, actually. I've washed my hair. I have put on my pajamas. I had my dinner, which was, again, a pasta with burgers and veggies. I cleaned the house quite a bit, and now I'm just winding down for the night. I just made my evening concoction, which I always drink after my last meal, about an hour to half an hour before bed. It's just 15 grams of glutamine, 5 grams of citrulline, and a 1/4 scoop of BCAAs for flavor. I chose the Passion Mango BCAAs from Women's Best. And then I've almost finished my second jug, so it's just a little bit left at the bottom. I've just lit a candle, so I'm gonna shut the lights now. I'm gonna watch a little bit more television and then read a book. I'm currently reading The Powers of Your Subconscious Mind, and I think it's super interesting, but sometimes it gets a bit too much and I need to take a break from it. So first gonna watch some TV and then read that. So I'm gonna close this vlog out here. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you found it interesting. It wasn't a full day of eating because I'm still eating the same foods as I did last vlog. So if you haven't watched that and you're interested in what I actually eat in a day, or just watch my previous vlog, it's a full day of eating. Follow definitely for more prep vlogs coming soon. Hit the subscribe button, leave a comment down below what you thought of the vlog, and if you have any things that you want me to film in the future or any questions that you have, and give this video a thumbs up please. It really helps out a lot. Thank you for watching. Bye.